All right, guys, so dealing with this plating system, I just wanted to come in here real quick and just talk about how I plate my parts. So you got to have copper. So this is copper wire up under here. This is, you know, solid copper wire. This is just like almost like a speaker wire that I buy a roll. I'll show you the roll here in a minute. And I'm able to get it Home Depot, guys, where I normally get it from, but you can probably get it other places. But when I first started buying this wire, I think it was like 12, 16 bucks a few years ago. So last time I went and got some was about 3 months ago. It cost like $32 something for that same roll of the same roll of wire. So you know what you do when things start going up so high, you find ways to make it work. So I used to just cut this off and throw this away, because I don't think it plates too well if you already got that zinc plating on these wires. So what I do, guys, to reuse this, I straighten it out the best I can, and I'll put it on this one real quick. So I plate it out, I straighten it out the best I can, then I come over here, let me show you. All right, so guys, what I do is I take these and I dip them in the muriatic acid. Now it's really getting my muriatic acid looking pretty dirty around here, but that's all right. The muriatic acid will last. It's still doing the job on the parts. So like I say, all of these guys, I take them and put them in this acid and let them sit, and then I can replate. I can use them to replate again, guys. So it burns all of the plating solution off of here. So I'll show you how they look. They'll look dark and stuff when they're done. Sort of like this one here. I had this part in the muriatic acid. It was plating all on there. I'll show you after I'm done here. All right. So I'm coming in here today. This has been going a pretty good while there, guys. It was dirty. I think the rubber on there was pretty dirty on here. So I was gonna plate all of this stuff before, but when my plating went down, it I painted the piece. So since I got to come in here with a new steering column, I'm gonna try to plate these. Now this is a pretty big part, but I have plated like carburetors before, so it should plate this piece. I'm gonna see if I can get a high enough current to plate this. If I don't, then I'll sandblast it. I already got one painted white for the car, but I'll paint this one black for the 70, for the other 70 convertible when I get to it. But I'm trying to just see if this piece of plate for me. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna let this sit for a while. I want to kind of move these over out the way because I want to be able to see when that one quit bubbling. But yeah, I'm gonna come in and try to plate this part up, guys. All right, guys. So it looked like this is done fizzling. So I am gonna put it back in there. I'm gonna put these back in here. See how it's burning those off, guys? It wasn't done yet, so all right. So now this is ready, guys. So I'm gonna move this over to the tank. All right, and I'm gonna fire this baby up. I don't have it plugged in at the moment. Let me fire it up, cut it down. All right. All right, look like it's cooking already, guys. So you can see you might not be able to see because I ain't got no light right up over the tank, but you can see the plating solution sizzling and this part sizzling. So that tells me that it's plating pretty good. And it's at like 4 amps, 4.5 amps and 2.5 volts. So I didn't even have it set up that high. And now that I'm looking, it's way too high because the red that green light turned red. So I needed to cut it down some. It's still fizzling, so that's good because so it's at almost 4 amps and 2.7 volts there, so that's good enough. I'm gonna let this play for about, I'm gonna let this big part play for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna switch it around. So actually I'm gonna push this over so that way both of these filters, you know, no filters are in these, guys. I take the filters out. So like this one, it finally burnt out. It's just a pump and it lets the air flow through. After a while, that plating solution sees these up. So I brought a couple of more just to have, because these was, I don't like how these really work, but they working fine. I'm gonna run them till they go bad. But yeah, so I normally take the filters and stuff out of these guys. So I brought this one too. And like I say, when those other ones go bad, then I start running these too. So the big one like this, I couldn't find one this big. And I might want to look this up and see if they sell them anywhere on eBay anywhere. But my local fish pet place is where I got these from. But he didn't have them no more. He said if he had the part number, he might be able to order them up for me. So I'm gonna take this out to him, jet filter, and see. But yeah, the plating solution been working good, guys. Now that I got it down to 5.5, 5.6, it seemed to be plating just fine now, guys. So I like how it's going. All right, I'm gonna come in and show you this part after I'm done. All right, so my alarm just went off. Woo, that's looking pretty good. But I still got some bad spots, like in these two corners. So I'm hoping when I flip this around now, it's not turning the way I want it to. So what I do is I turn I bend a piece of copper hanger there and turn it around. So now I'm hoping that it's gonna blow into those areas that it was missing before. So I'm gonna let it plate another 15 minutes here. All right, guys, so 30 minutes. I got about 3 minutes left in the tank, but that baby looks good to me. All right, so you see how I just turn it around, make sure I have plating on all sides. That's good enough. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off for now because I ain't got nothing else ready to go. But yeah, wow, let me dip it first, guys. Want none of that solution getting on me. But boy, look at that. A little bit rotten that area. You might see it, but when I put it in here, watch what happens. So I'm gonna go about 20, 30 times. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And the thing is, guys, is when you plating these, if you notice, I don't have to worry about the plastic getting on anything. I mean, the plating getting on anything plastic. So I could have got this to look a lot better if you take and really sand and get the texture. Because if you notice, the smoother the texture, the better the plating look. But this is all right. This is just, it's on the steering column. It's gonna be just fine, guys. So that part plated out pretty good to me, guys. I like the way it's looking. It's gonna be just fine. All right.